My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's just it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, you know, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. You know, there's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. I mean, we've seen 4 eagle rays at once. I mean, just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take, you know, these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, you know, from being, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. You know, I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, you know, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You know, you're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
Have you ever had the desire to show off something you created, like we'll say in motorsports racing, kart racing, or even in sim racing? While on the track, simulator, in your race car, or hauling close to the ground in a cart, Abruzzi Racewear has you covered. If you need to promote your team logo, name, colors, or just feeling a bit more confident in your sim rig, Abruzzi Racewear has your answer. Team shirts, jackets, and even racing suits, they will go the extra mile. Race boots, trainers to gloves, even karting suits, as well as safety-rated wear, Abruzzi has a supply to fit your needs. Customizable from team names to colors, and yes, you can have your own name customized just the way you like it. In sim racing, they give you the comfort and feel of being strapped into a cockpit to bring the experience closer to the way you desire it. Their range of apparel has been created to not only meet and exceed the highest levels of comfort and quality, but also to enable you to make it yours. To add your personality, take a look at AbruzziUSA.com to see the lineup and what they have to offer. AbruzziUSA.com, with customization at heart, it's your wear, your way.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we are committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Welcome back to the stream. It is Sunday evening on the East Coast. It's still early evening out here in California. We are here covering a special event for our good friends at North American Dirt Track Racing Association. This is an invitational event here in Knoxville, Iowa. We are running the Open Setup 358 Modifieds. It sounds like the drivers are currently in a driver's meeting. We are getting ready to make this happen. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday. If you're new to the show, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you for returning. Again, if you have any suggestions on anything you'd like to see us do different, please let us know. There are no bad feedback as far as we're concerned. Again, welcome to the show. Sunday's a little bit different for us here. The event for tonight, we are going to go 3 laps qualifying. We're going to have a couple of heat events, a consi and then a feature. Looks like we currently have 12 cars in the field. As always, here at Got Your 6 Racing Network, we are racing for awareness of veterans' issues. We do play veteran videos throughout the night of companies who support veterans. 22 veterans a day take their own lives. The goal is 0, of course, and we're doing our small part to try to make that happen. So if you have the means to give, please do so. If not, and you know a veteran out there, you haven't heard from them in a while, please reach out, check on them, see how they're doing. That conversation could save a life. So we're just trying to do our small part at Got Your 6 Racing Network. We are just wrapping up practice. Ryan Lefebvre at the top of the board with a 19-126. Icon Sim Sports, Brandon Templeton and Kurt Schatzer are 2 and 3. Maka Vital is 4th. Billy Roberts from Gears Unlimited is 5th quick tonight. We do still have some cars trickling into the field. Looking for a great show tonight here at Knoxville. home of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Should have about 4 minutes. We'll be kicking off your qualifying for tonight. Go on board with Ryan LaFave, Venom Racing driver in the 19 machine, decided to join us this afternoon. Great to have Ryan back out. Great modified driver. Got a few more drivers. We got a wreck in front. Look out. Michael Vital in the 213 machine out of New York. A new wrap on the 213 Air Force ride. Like to thank Michael for his service. A chrome look on the 13. Great looking ride. Looks like the field is about where it's going to get. Got 14 cars currently signed up, so we may only have one. We will have 2 heat races, but I'm not sure we will have a consolation. We will have to see how that plays out. If you're interested in a open modified league, check out North American Dirt Track Racing Association. Great group of guys. They put on a great show. We called the action for about half of their races last year, or last season. They are currently on a break. Had a group of fun. So we decided to come back and hang out with them a little bit more. Just trying to get everything set up here. Looks like we do have about 2 minutes, a little less than 2 minutes left. Brandon Templeton in the 31 machine is back with us. Icon Sim Sports driver and my partner in the booth from time to time. A 31 machine out of Corning, Iowa. Like to thank Brandon for all he does for Got Your Six Racing Network. Been with me since the beginning. Billy Roberts in the 99 machine behind Brandon Templeton. Billy Roberts from Gears Unlimited out of Independence, Missouri. Proud sponsors of North American Dirt Track Racing Association, as well as Got Your Six Racing Network. Like to thank Billy for all he does for the race and the race fans. Without sponsors, none of this happens. We do have about 30 seconds until we are going to qualifying. Again, these are open set 358 modifieds. Look at the format for tonight, if I can find it here. Five-minute, 3-lap qualifying, top 10 heading straight to the feature. We do have 16 cars in the field, so we probably will have a couple of heat races and most likely a consi. We are under qualifying. We'll see who comes out on the track first. It is Billy Roberts, so we will we'll go with the 99 machine, Gears Unlimited owner. Billy Roberts out on the track. See how the 99 does. Good looking ride. Coming to the green flag for his first timed lap. Coming out of turn 4. See, like it looks like the track is a little bit slick down low already in qualifying. I don't know if it'll carry over for the rest of the night. But you see Billy Roberts running on that top side. Billy Roberts with a 19.644. Brandon Templeton in the 31 machine with a 19.599. Puts Brandon Templeton to the top of the board. Eddie Neal with a 19.750 up to third quick. The 7 car of Andrew Ashens is with us. Currently 7th quick with a 19.3. Didn't see it there. My apologies. Clay Christopherson up to 2nd quick with a 19.596. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 Icon machine. Getting ready to take the green flag for his qualifying laps. Anthony Morano up to 3rd quick with a 19.770. 213 of Michael Vital. Ryan Lefebvre, Venom Racing driver, to the top of the board with a 19.388, knocking Brandon Templeton off the quick time. Michael Vital with a 19.552, currently in 3rd position. Vital up to 3rd with a 19.553. Good qualifying lap for the 213 machine. Adam Flieger just finishing up 7th quick in his qualifying run. The 19 of Ryan Lefebvre back with us. We do have about 2 minutes left. Ryan Conrad in the 21 machine out of Pennsylvania out on the track. Let's see how Ryan does. Good looking 21C machine. A big track here at Knoxville. Takes these 358s a while to get around. Ryan Conrad to the top of the board. 19.385 knocks Ryan Lefebvre back down to 2nd. Ryan Conrad shows up for the show and puts the 21C on the pole currently. See if he can do better on his 2nd lap. 19.387, so not better on his 2nd lap. DV Runkle in the 26 machine, currently 13th quick. No Chance Esports driver. That looks like that will do it for qualifying. Ryan Conrad, the top of the board with a 19.385. Your quick time in this invitational event. Again, welcome to North American Dirt Track Racing Association. They do race modifieds on a weekly basis. They are currently in a break. They go back to racing in July, I believe. You can send us a message if you're interested. We'll get you the information, get you to their Discord page. If you want to be a part of all the action. Again, great run league. Greatly enjoy watching these guys run. We do call the races for them. Heat 1 to the grid. We find Kurt Schatzer on the pole with Joseph Corns on his outside. DV Runkle, Andrew Eichens in the outside of row number 2. Preston Carr, Sean Essex in row 3. Holmes and Gregory in 4. Brian James rounds out your field of 9 drivers in Heat 1. Going to be running 6 laps. We are going to be running I think it's 30 lap feature. 40 lap feature, my apologies. So it is a long feature in the 358s. Kurt Schatzer's got Joseph Corns to his outside in the 99 machine. Waiting for the rest of the field to grid. Scott Essex and Scott Holmes in row number 4. Looks like Gregory and James will not make the grid, so looks like we are set to go with the 218 of Kurt Schatzer in the Icon machine. We'll bring the flag, or bring the field to the green flag. In a DTRA regular, Joseph Corns on his outside. These cars are a handful to keep straight under slow speed. You'll see the drivers weave back and forth on these things. Once they get up to speed, everything changes, but under slow speed, mods are a handful. Should be getting the pace truck off the track this time by for 6 laps of your opening heat. Pace truck is off. 218 will bring them to the green flag. Green flag is out. 218 is off. Runkle gets a good run on that bottom side in the 26 machine. 218 stays on the bottom. 99 stuck up high. Let's see how that high line does. Looks like the 95 will be able to clear. 29 into the back of the 26, 52 in the back of 29. Little bit of accordion effect there. Kurt Schatzer to the lead, 99 car. Joseph Corns decides to stay on that outside. Going to try to dive down low, get underneath the 218. Can't make it happen. D.V. Runkle in a battle with Sean Essex in the 29 machine slide job. Will Runkle cross over? Yes, he will. Wheel to wheel at the line. 26 car dives down low. 29 car on that higher side gets a good run off of turn number 2. Kurt Schatzer with the lead. Joseph Corns in the 99 machine in P2. Go on board with Joseph, see what it looks like. You can see that track is starting to wear right in the middle. Still got a thin patch of grip down low. Everyone else is trying to decided to go above that slick spot. .218 coming at you. Corns in second. Essex in third. D.V. Runkle in fourth. Runkle now falling back to Holmes in the 52 machine. Those two are doing battle. Holmes tried to block that crossover. Can't make it happen. They are side by side coming off a turn number 2. Runkle throws it down low. 52 car stays above that slick. Schatzer, Corns, Essex, Holmes, Runkle, Eschens or Ishans, however you say that. We're going to have 5 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
why I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we could grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property, that we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people. Obstacles.
I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
Battle for the race lead off turn 4, white flag in the air. Justin Hare's top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. Can he get the lead? Yes, he does. And now here comes Janzik. Janzik goes by Query, and he goes by Inman. Gonna drag race off of turn 4. Shepard is there, but it's Larry White at the line. It's still gonna be Pat Ward, and they make contact. Britton has broken the race car. Peter Britton comes to a stop in
Welcome back. We are just finishing warm-ups, getting ready to go feature racing. We got 40 laps around Knoxville. We will get the lineup here momentarily. Ryan Conrad, Ryan Lefebvre on the front row. Brandon Templeton, Michael Vital in row number 2. Clay Christopherson, Anthony Morano in row number 3. Billy Roberts, Adam Flieger in 4. Zachary Morgan, Eddie Neal in 5. Kurt Schatzer, Joseph Corns in row number 6. Sean Essex, Scott Holmes in 7. D.V. Runkle, Andrew Ashens in 8. Preston Carr, Dalton Gregory in row number 9. Brian James is your 19th and final driver to enter the field. He will roll off 19th. Ryan Conrad started the night out pretty hot. Put the 21 car on the pole. Got to look at the 19 car of Ryan Lefebvre, current points leader in the Friday Night Lights League. Oh, looks like your pole sitter did not make the grid. That'll move Brandon Templeton up to the front row in the 31 machine. Templeton will have the 19 of Lefebvre to his outside. Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine. Watch the mellow yellow ride. Michael Vital out in his brand new ride. Good looking Air Force machine. Thank Michael for his service. Start will be on green. Once we get a caution, then it will go to on the leader. So Brandon Templeton inherits the pole position here at Knoxville, his home state. Brandon has visited Knoxville on quite a few occasions. So 31 cars, no stranger to Knoxville in real life. Templeton, Lefebvre, Christopherson, Vital, Roberts, Morano are your top 6 in the front 3 rows. The green flag is out. 31 car, Brandon Templeton down low. Gets up on the berm. 19 car with a great run off the top side of 2. Put Ryan Lefebvre to the point. The Venom Racing 19 machine. And the caution does come out. 32 of Anthony Morano on his lid. He will get towed back to the pits. We will line up and try her again. Take a look at what happened to Anthony Morano Racing driver. The 32 machine. It's like the 16 got into the back of the 99, knocked the 99 out of shape, got up into Morano. Hate to see that, especially on the first lap. Brandon Templeton inherits the point back. He will have Ryan Lefebvre to his outside, so no change at the front of the field. Didn't quite make it one lap. Looks like cautions might count tonight since my tracker is showing lap 5. Again, if you're out there tuning in, greatly appreciated. Leave us a comment. If you like what we got going on, give us a like. If you don't, send us a message and let us know what we can do different. Only way we're going to get better is with honest feedback. So greatly appreciate you tuning in on a Sunday evening before everybody heads back to work tomorrow. Go on board with the 51 mellow yellow machine of Christopherson. See how the 31 car does. This restart will be on the leader. Lights are off on the pace truck. You see Clay in there working the steering wheel under low speeds. Again, these things are a handful. Ryan LaFave on the outside of the 31. 51 car pulls to the back bumper. Templeton gets a great run. 51 gets a good start. Clay stays on the rear bumper of the 51, gets an excellent start. 31 car up high, bringing the 19 car with him. Coming out of the, I think that's turn 4. Templeton currently at the point with LaFave P2, Christopherson 3. 51 car still trying that low side. Now he moves up behind the 19 Venom Racing driver. We got a battle with Vital. They're trying to go 3 wide behind him. The 16 car gets sideways, gets into the 99. Trying to make a pass. Zachary Morgan in the 16 machine. Got Kurt Schatzer behind him. These cars are battling it out. This is 4P4. Vital gets by on the high side. Robert's stuck down low in the 99 machine. Can he get up on that high side? Long race. Plenty of time to fall back in line and give it a go later. 16 car now trying to get underneath the 213. He might get trapped down low. Great run off the top side by the 213 off of 4. The 218 of Kurt Schatzer is behind him. We are under caution. Great battle for P4. Looks like Adam Flieger just gets sideways. .245 car just gets loose. It's up into that outside fence. Brandon Templeton still at the point with LaFave to his outside. Your front 3 running a great race. Christopherson currently in 3rd position. Michael Vital in the 213 has moved up to P4. New paint job doing him some good at the front of the field. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we do have at least one more to go. We will double it up once again. LaFave to the outside of the 31 machine. If LaFave can get a good jump, he might be able to trap the 31 down low. Green flag is out. Templeton down low, gets up in front of the 19 car. 19 thought about a crossover. 2 made contact. 19 now dives down low, trying to get underneath the 31 machine. Slide job by the 19. Brandon Templeton with the crossover goes down into the slick stuff. LaFave with a good run off the top side. Templeton at the line. Holds P1. Templeton slides up, gets on that outside line. 19 rides high in turn number 2. Not able to make the pass, but he's going to try it again. Another slide job by the 19 car. These two are battling it out. Christopherson with Zachary Morgan outside of him. Morgan and Christopherson going at it. 51 car down low, 16 up high. LaFave up on the berm. He loses some ground to Templeton. Will he get swallowed up by the 16 and the 51? Templeton running right above that slick spot. 51 cars getting that bottom to work. There is a small band of grip down there. Billy Roberts running in 5th, up 2 positions. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 makes contact with Roberts. The 213 drops back to 7th position. Not sure what happened to Michael on the restart, but the 213 is now back in 7th. Brandon Templeton is at the point. Ryan Lefebvre in P2. Caution comes back out on lap 11 or 10. Kurt Schatzer gets up into the wall, goes around in the 218 car. That will most likely end his night. No, he won't have to tow. He got back up on his wheels. 218 car gets up into the wall. Templeton to the front of the field. There's a look at your field from the back. The 52 car of Scott Holmes up to 12th position. We will start single file this time. Lights are still on the pace truck. Brandon Templeton will bring the field once again to the green flag. We are working lap 10 of 40, so we do have a ways to go. Caution laps do not count. Ryan Lefebvre in P2 in the 19 machine. Zachary Morgan up to P3 in the 16 yellow ride. California driver. Clay Christopherson back to P4. Billy Roberts rounds out your top 5. 99 car up 2 positions. We will take a look back at the 19 car on the restart. Let's see how Templeton does. Look back at the field from your leader's bumper. Lefebvre closing in, getting ready for the green flag. 31 car is off. Gets a little jump on the 19 car. 19 car stays in line right behind the 31 car. Pulls up to the rear bumper of the 31 machine. Lefebvre on the bottom side trying to get by Templeton. Can he make it stick? Lefebvre down low, Templeton up high. They are splitting that slick band around the corners. Not enough momentum to get by the 31 with a good run off the top side of 4. 31 leading at the line. 19 comes up. The 2 make contact. There's your top 5. Billy Roberts in the 99 machine, P5. Looks like Zachary Morgan starting to search around, look for someplace fast to run. Lefebvre making a little bit of a advance on the field, pulling away from Templeton a little bit. Go on board with Brandon Templeton as he tries to chase down your leader. Now he's going to follow along. Both of them run a slider line that time by. Templeton changes up his line to run the same line as the leader. Zachary Morgan still in P3. Clay Christopherson wants that position. Crossover from Morgan. Caution is back out. Boy, somebody went for a ride. Joseph Corns. See what happened. The 99 car just gets up, touches wheels with the 52, and it was on from there. Ryan Lefebvre on the point with the 19 car. Venom Racing driver is no stranger to the lead. Ryan Lefebvre in the 19 car still on the point with the 31 to his tail. Zachary Morgan in P3, Clay Christopherson 4, Billy Roberts is in the 5th position. We've seen side-by-side racing all night. They're putting on a great show. Few cautions. We are working lap 21 of 40, so we should be halfway home. Again, big shout out to the sponsors of North American Dirt Track Racing Association. Gears Unlimited. You'll see the sponsors in the top right-hand side of the broadcast. American Global Freight Systems. Like to thank those folks for all they do. Flieger Farms. $16.51 of Christopherson, 99 of Roberts, Eddie Neal in the 318 machine, Michael Vital in the 213, got Scott Holmes on his tail in the 52 machine. Kurt Schatzer, after a crash, he's back up to, have to see once the field comes back around. Adam Flieger back in the mix. Got plenty of time to make something happen here. We are only less than halfway home. Lights are off on the pace truck. '16 thought about getting a jump on the field. 19 holds the field. 31 car holds off the 16. 16 up beside the 51. Christofferson thought about trying to battle for P3. We are side by side. Billy Robertson, the 99 car, decides to go down low a little bit. Got Eddie Neal to his rear bumper, 213 of Vital down low. He's the first car on that bottom side. No one's really ventured down low late race. We got a few cars running a slider line. Templeton down low in the 31 machine. Gets up on the berm. Is able to hold on to that machine. Zachary Morgan, your top two, pulling away from the field a little bit. See Templeton running that bottom side, everyone else running the top side. Now Lefebvre, your leader, with a slider line, as does the 51, makes contact with the 16. Both cars are able to continue. 51 car stays down low. He will stick the slider this time. Will we see a crossover by the 16? 51 cars able to hold him off. Now Eddie Neal into the mix. Put Eddie Neal up to P5. Slides up in front of the 99 machine. Billy Roberts down low. They make contact. 99 car might go around. Billy Roberts falls back in the field in the 99 machine. Looks like the 3 car of Eddie Neal is on a mission. 16 and 51 side by side battling it out. Is that going to slow those two down? Let Eddie Neal get into the mix. 16 car running a slider line. Go on board with 5th place, Eddie Neal. Side-by-side racing. Roberts settles out in P9, so Roberts moves back in the field. Michael Vitale back to 11th position. See your field go by. Ryan Lefebvre up front in the 19 car, putting on a great show. Templeton just waiting. A caution's going to have to come out. Lefebvre almost with a second lead over the 31 machine now. Running that slider line. Templeton sliding up late out of the exit of turn 4. Kurt Schatzer back in the picture, up to P6 behind Eddie Neal. Eddie Neal running a slider line. The top two broke away from the field quite a bit. We got side by side by side. Neal made that close for P4, trying to get around the 16 car of Zachary Morgan. Frank Christofferson able to move up to P3 in front of the 16 car. We are working lap 33 of 40, so we are winding down laps here. '52 of Holmes, Adam Flieger in the 38 for sale machine. Billy Roberts and Anthony Morano in the 9th and 10th position. 99 car in the 32. Both had incidents. The 213 off the pace. Up front, your leader, the 19 car of Ryan Lefebvre, putting on a show. 31 car trying to stay with him. Templeton's got that gap down to less than a half second now. So 31 car reeling in your leader here with 5 laps to go. Templeton running a little different line than the 19 car. 19's running a slider line on both ends of the track. Can Templeton close in that gap? He's got it down to 0.3 of a second. $19 up high. Templeton falling in line. 31 car lost a little bit on that exchange. Got it back under 0.3, 0.4 seconds up front. Brandon Templeton into the outside wall a little bit. Looks like the battle's going to be for P4. The 16, the 3, the 218 battling it out. Craig Christopherson now trying that low side. Who will take the 3rd and final podium? Zachary Morgan in the 16 ride out of California, giving it a good ride. Currently sits in P3. Eddie Neal down low in the 3 car. We have only 1 lap left to go. Or 2, my apologies. 19 car opens up almost a second gap on the 31 machine. Brandon Templeton gave it all he had there early, pulled up to the rear bumper. The 19 was reeling him in there for a while. Last lap, 19 car comes off at turn number 2. He's got 2 more corners to navigate. Templeton up on that berm on the inside. Zachary Morgan going to battle it out with Eddie Neal for the 3rd and final podium position. Great battle. Morgan will hold off Neal. Christopherson, Schatzer, Holmes, Flieger, Roberts, Morano, and Vitali are your finishers, your top 11. Ryan Lefebvre in the 19 drives the Venom Racing machine to victory lane. Brandon Templeton in the Icon 31, P2. Great show by those two. Zachary Morgan up 6 positions from the start in the 16 machine. That driver had a great run up front. Trying to get lined up for your podium picture. We will try to get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. After they get their podium pitch. Again, thanks for tuning in for this open invitational put on by North American Dirt Track Racing Association. They are currently in a league break. They do start back up in July. Again, send us a message if you would like to join the league. We can get you in contact with those folks. We got Brandon Templeton in the booth. Waiting on Lefebvre and Morgan. While we wait, we will get a word with the 31 machine. Icon Sim Sports driver Brandon Templeton drives the 31 from the pole, from P3, moves up 1 position to fall in line behind the 19 of Lefebvre. Brandon, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, great run. You and Lefebvre put on a show up front. It was kind of a 2-car race. It looked like you were reeling them in with like 3 laps to go, and I'm not sure what happened, but you fell back. How was your race, and could you have caught him?
There was a moment there where I thought maybe I could catch him, but I wasn't gaining enough to really get to him and get by him with laps counting down. So I started trying to stick to the bottom in turn 1. I had to try something different, and I knew I wasn't gonna fall clear back to third. So hung on there, but that was a fun long green flag run. We were hunting and doing the slider line, and every bit of grip out there was important. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Ryan put on a good show, but you didn't let him get far from your front bumper. Great podium finish by you. You got anybody you'd like to thank, man?
Yeah, I got to thank Icon Sim Sports, Rob for building all the rigs. If you haven't seen them yet, check it out, iconsimsports.com. The dirt team there, the Icon guys that we race with, Extreme Images by Ashley, Big C's Lawn Care, Maley's Makery, Wife and Kids, you for doing the stream, and RJ Runkle for putting on the league, and you for doing the stream.
Yeah, man, greatly appreciated. Always a pleasure to talk to you, even though we do chat back and forth hundreds of times a week, man. It's good to see the 31 car on the podium. Great run by you, man, and I wish you a great work week. We will be in the 360 sprint cars tomorrow night, so that'll be interesting. I haven't got those setups yet, but I know you're going to send them, not to put the pressure on you. Yeah, good run by you, man, and have a great week.
You bet, thanks.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of this open invitation, DV Runkle, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hey, man, good show. Had quite a few cars. 19 showed up. We had some drop out early. What do you got to say about North American Dirt Track Racing Association?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. This off season's been awesome. This is our best event we've had. I'm surprised at the turnout we've had, but I'm not surprised at the great racing we've had.
So, are you looking for future events? When does the league start back up?
Right now, we are looking at a mid to late July starting point.
And if somebody wants to join North American Dirt Track Racing Association, how would they do so?
You can search us up on Facebook at North American Dirt Track Racing Association. You can search us there. In the search bar, you'll find us. And you can get in contact with any of the drivers you've seen out here tonight, and they can get in touch with you. Obviously, you, Joe, at Got Your Six Racing Network, can hook people up with us as well.
So there you have it. There is DV Runkle. Again, we have broadcast half of their last season. Great group of guys. The racing has been absolutely phenomenal. You won't find a better group of guys to run with. So if you're interested in running open 358s, are you going to be running any other cars this year?
Hold on. My mic is going haywire. Okay, is this working? Is my mic working now?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you going to run anything in addition to the 358s?
In addition to 358s, we are running a Saturday night Street Stock Super Series. That's Magnum Race Designs is doing that up for us, sponsoring that. And we have our rookie and D license divisions we're trying to get ready, but we need at least 5. We only have 2 at the moment.
So there you have it. So there are some different races coming up. Again, you can search out North American Dirt Track Racing Association.
Joe, I do have to mention, we do have our third place. He just came in the Discord. He's in the ready for interview room now.
Let's see, where is the ready to interview room?
Oh, you want me to pull him in?
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
The 16 car of Zachary Morgan moves up 6 positions. Zach, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, great run by you, my friend. You were getting through the field. How did you do that? How was the track, and how was your night?
Night was really good. Track was kind of tricky. It was changing, ever changing, and had to adjust the car and my increase on every corner almost.
Are you new to NADTRA?
Yeah, my first race ever.
Yeah, welcome, man. I got to tell you, I broadcast for these guys half of last season. Great league, a bunch of great folks. If you're into open mods, and I don't know, DV, are the street stocks going to be open, or are they fixed?
The Street Stock Series on Saturday nights will be fixed, as well as the R&Ds.
So there you have it. You are going to have some fixed race. Zach, where are you from in California?
I'm from Santa Maria, California.
Santa Maria. I'm up near Sacramento, man, so it's good to see a fellow Californian put the 358 on the podium. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your run?
Just myself and Next Gen General Engineering, the company that I work for.
Great run by you, man. I hope that we see you out. We got a lot of things going on. If you want to run with North American Dirt Track Racing Association, please do so. Great run by you. Up 6 positions from the start. Well done, my friend, and I wish you a great week.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yep, have a good night. All right, GV, any last words?
No, really just got to thank our sponsors. You know, Gears Unlimited is one of them, American Global Freight Systems, Flieger Farm. There's so many people, Zimmer Gaming Productions. We've had talks with some more sponsors coming on board for this season, so that's going to be awesome. Like I said, hit us up on Facebook. We have 4 more races, but this is our second of 6. So we have 4 more races left to go in this off-season. Plus, we're looking at doing 3 charity events this off-season as well. So keep an eye on that on all the Facebook pages. They will be out there. The posts will be out there for them.
That's awesome, man. That's great to hear. We'll get the word out as best as we can. So great to hear that you're going to be running some more events. Again, not a bad turnout tonight. We had 19 cars in the field. Great show by you, my friend. As always, class act. And greatly appreciate you asking me to call the action on a Sunday evening. A little bit different. It's really cool. So I wish you, my friend, a great week. And we will sign off for now. And we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir. You have yourself a good one.
You too, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all a great week, and we will see you. We'll be back on the air. We're doing Coast to Coast Racing Veterans and First Responders on Wednesday. 3 races, 305s, wingless midgets, or the midgets, and 410 sprints cars. And then we'll be back with our title Friday Night Lights event. On Friday night, we run 358s fixed, limited late models, and close out the night with 305 sprint cars. So if you like what we got going on, please give us a like. Tune in. Let us know what you're thinking in the chat. Greatly appreciate everyone tuning in, and we will see you next time.
I'm Chris Jakimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text actually from my stepmom. I was like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. all right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates. And she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day, 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I've first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired, a little over a year ago, I set forth, as like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. Physically, I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. Every day he pushes it. From the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life, it was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it got transformed into Lo and Behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service, but at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this, because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home. That's what it's about.
Oh my gosh, everybody! I am so excited. My heart's pumping, my hands are sweaty. Please welcome our very own Director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir. Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña. Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza. From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio. From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy. Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle. And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Velarde, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jack Jackamek. Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Whew.
What? He did
All right.
big things back in the day. He's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're gonna take care of each other. We've got each other, and it gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's gonna help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's gonna save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.